Welcome back to Ending Analytics, my channel where I teach beginner programmers that no CS topic is too difficult to learn if given enough dedication. In today's video, we're going to be completing Gerald, everybody's GPT best friend. The goal for today's video is to combine the program that we wrote in Gerald.py with the program that we wrote for Sine.py. And then to connect the two together, we're going to use threading, which we learned about in the t.py file that we created in the fourth video. If you haven't seen the prior videos and you get confused along the way, feel free to reference back to them. But for now, let's get started. Once you're in your IDE of choice, for me I'm using Sublime Text, I want you to open up three files, Gerald.py, Sine.py, and then t.py. We're going to be adding on to our master file, Gerald.py today, so everything that we built in Sine.py and all the knowledge that we've gained from t.py will ultimately be put into our Gerald.py file. So to begin, we're going to need to make sure that we have all of these libraries imported into this file. We are also going to import the threading file from t.py. And then from Sine.py, what we're going to do now is copy over everything from our Pygame initialization variables up top, the audio initialization variables, the p variable and stream variable, and then our two methods right here, get microphone input level and draw sine wave. So hit Control C, head on back to Gerald.py, and paste it in right there. So now we should have one method, two methods, three methods, four methods, and then our fifth method right here. Once we have this all copied over from Sine.py, what we need to do next is transfer this piece of information over to our Gerald.py file, but in terms of a new method, which we're going to call GameLoop. So head back on over to your Gerald.py file. Down at the bottom, create a new method called GameLoop. And then what we're going to do is take all of this from running equals true down to pygame.quit. We're going to copy it, bring it over here, and paste it into our game loop. And then when you paste this over, make sure to hit tab so that there's proper indentation for each line. And now you should have 6 methods. And then up top, we should have 7 imported libraries. Now that we have the imported libraries ready to go, basically all of our variables ready to go, and all of the methods, now what we need to do is tackle the threads. The first thing that we're going to do is create a new variable up top called microphone event, and then we're going to set it equal to threading.event. This creates a threading event that will control the microphone and input audio activity. This will allow us to toggle whether this thread should be on or off later in the code. Now scroll down to the bottom, and then we can delete listen microphone. And then if you head on over to your t.py file, we're going to be creating this for 2 threads in our Gerald file. We're going to create a Pygame thread, and then just like in the t.py file, we need to call thread1.start. So for here, what we're going to do is call Pygame thread.start. Now something different that we're going to use for the microphone event thread in this file is that we're going to create something called microphone event.set. And this allows us to control the microphone activity, such as toggling it on and off. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did for the Pygame thread. And then, sorry to jump ahead on you, but we're going to end the threads by calling Pygame thread.join. And then we have the microphone thread.join down here. And then just to be sure that the microphone event thread ends, we're going to call the clear function, which will cancel out the set function that we have up here. And then I don't know if this is overkill or not. Maybe somebody can let me know in the comments. But I also clear the microphone event thread when we quit the Pygame loop as well. And I don't know if this is overkill or not. However, I just want to make sure that it's clear. So then the file quits when we want it to quit. And then one of the last big changes that we need to make is to get rid of the running variable here. And then we need to set the while loop to event.isSet. Now once we have this set, we should be good to go to try out the file. And if not, if we encounter an error, we'll read it and give it our best effort to fix. Don't forget to hit Control S and then head on over to your command prompt. Once you're in the right directory, type out your file, gerald.py, and hit enter. In 50 words or less, how do you create a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Take 2 slices of bread. Spread peanut butter on one slice and jelly on the other. Put the 2 slices together and enjoy.
Stop. Stop. Alright, well it's not listening to when we say stop. Alright, so from how that shut down, our microphone input wouldn't take any more audio input when we said stop, which meant that it wouldn't stop sending it to OpenAI. However, it was slow for the Pygame window to quit. So with a little bit of debugging, we can figure that out in maybe a later YouTube video. However, for now, we're gonna call that a win. We got GPT giving us directions to create a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which is pretty sweet. If anyone has any questions, feel free to throw them down in the comments, but this is a working GPT buddy. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please feel free to hit the like button and subscribe. It helps me reach more people, and it motivates me to bring you more amazing content. Thanks again, stay hungry for knowledge, and see you in the next video.